Sanjay,
have had a different government.
All was well till now. Sanjay, all was well till now. But why do you bring a fourth term? Why torture us? My God. Sanjay, all was well till now, we were listening to you, but please don't torture by bringing a fourth term. Even an imaginary fourth term of Congress is a torture. But Sanjay, I have umpteen number of papers in front of me, and right now most of the Congress spokespersons are saying, just a sec, Sanjay, the Congress spokespersons are saying, we gave you uninterrupted power. Sanjay, remember 1 year ago, both of us on the same channel was debating the same issue. In fact, if you go to the Hindustan Times, May 29, 2013, the headlines are same. Delhi is without any power. You go to the Times of India headlines, just 2 days ago, 1 year back, the headlines were the same. Please don't say that you gave uninterrupted power. Secondly, let me remind you, yes, Piyush has a tough job because you left the country at the brink of destruction. But remember, you had a North grid failure, and 1 week after the whole half of the country went into a blackout, we had a new Home Minister. Sushil Kumar Shinde was promoted as the Home Minister. And you should not, please, the Congress should not lecture on all these issues. Let me come to some serious point now. May 30th, we had a severe storm. We all know, in 30 years of history of Delhi, we never had such a storm. After the storm, I have a letter over here of a senior IAS officer who works in the Department of Electricity. Let us see what he writes to the Lieutenant Governor. He writes, the situation after the storm on May 30th would have been handled without any load shedding and distribution problems if the commissioning of the 220 kV Wazirpur grid with incoming power from the 400 kV Mundka substation had been completed on time. Now tell me nothing was completed on time. Whatever little infrastructure was there that was not upgraded, and it is not BJP's version or not Sambit Patra's version. Just ask your own Transco. The Transco is saying we have not been given the transmission amount by the discoms. How do we upgrade our system? And this is the problem with the Aam Aadmi Party. They make such amount of decibels and noise for nothing, you know. I mean, Kamal, with due diligence to you, with due respect to you, you are a senior person, but let me tell you very frankly, Aam Aadmi Party has more of entertainment value in Delhi now than any serious value. We are not taking you seriously. Neither are you into serious discussion in this. It is between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress because they are the ones, for 12 long years, they gave misrule to this country, to this capital of our country. Leave aside the country has already taught them a lesson. But the biggest point was our electricity expert was saying that the discoms, in fact, could not get the right amount of money from the people, to which I object. In fact, the discoms have been hand in glove with the Delhi government. We have at umpteen number of times exposed their corrupt nexus. Just because the discoms claim that they are not getting their due, that does not mean that we should not audit them. That does not mean we should give them a free hand. That does not absolve the previous Congress government of not having infrastructure in place. That does not give, in fact, the Congress an alibi that they should not have an alternative system in place, which today, ironically, is not in place. Just because the discoms are corrupt, that does not mean Congress has an alibi over there.
My question is, does BJP have a plan to fix everything in 100 days? I want an answer from him. He doesn't have an answer.
No, why?
There is no plan.
No, I'll come. Why?
You have no plan. You are only blaming the others.
Why are you so prejudiced that we don't have a plan? Wait, the plan
you have been talking for 15 minutes and not word of your plan has come out. You don't have a plan.
You have
to tell everybody.
Ironically, sir.
You have to tell everybody.
Ironically, sir.
Professor Khanna, may I ask you a question?
Discoms, which I think is a wrong thing that you are doing. But anyhow, first and foremost, you are the expert. Tell me if this is true or not. The transmission capacity should at least be 1.5 times of the peak demand. But that is not being met, resulting into power cuts. This I quote from one of the experts.
So what is your solution? You are giving problems. Your party is in power.
No.
You are blaming what was there.
Professor Khanna, you're right in asking the BJP questions. Professor Khanna, you're very right in asking the BJP questions.
When you have it, you bring it.
No, Professor Khanna, you're very right in asking the BJP questions. But here's my question to you, and I'm going to direct this to you and Sanjay Jha. The fact is, why are you expecting the BJP to deliver in 2 weeks or 100 days?
The government which you are sympathizing did not have this kind of transmission facility.
Sambit, just hear me out.
A load which is 1.5 times more than the demand. Today the demand goes to 6,000. The whole Delhi comes to a standstill. And today the demand is 5,600 megawatt. And Delhi is in a crisis.
No, here's the truth.
Why?
No, Sambit, here's the truth.
Only because they can see the future. Why did a government which was in place for 12 years could not see the future? We are working silently. We will give you power. Have faith on us. We are not the Congress that you have been seeing all these years. See, Anand, the point that I wanted to make was, in fact, my friend Sanjay Jha had twice mentioned today in the debate, the business model in which profitability of the companies have to be respected. Sanjay, I believe there is nothing called as a business model in governance. If at all there is something called as profit, then the profit goes to the people. If at all there is surplus power, then the power goes to the people. People have to live their lives happily. I believe no discoms, no transco should be living over here for profit. This is point number one. Secondly, and most importantly, let me also remind you, Sanjay, of the fact that after 30th May 2014, the dreaded storm that we had in Delhi, there were proxy arrangements also made so that Delhi had power. But ironically, the proxy arrangements could not take the load that was put into it. It could not carry the load of 400 megawatt extra electricity. So we did not have anything as alternative measure which can give respite to the people of the capital. So there was no forward thinking by the government which was previously active.
Okay, Sambit Patra, you've made your point.